Good morning.
Good morning.
Here we are.
It's Tuesday.
I had a brief moment when I woke up this morning. I went, what day is it?
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, what do I need to bring to work today?
What is today? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's a surprise every day. It feels like
it's always something I now have to think. What are we doing at work today? Because you just never know.
you do not.
It's a surprise
not.
all the time.
Yes, that is a safe
assumption. That we don't know.
Yeah,
what
so
we're going to be doing.
It's our last Bella Box project.
It is.
It seems like it went quick this time.
It did, but we packed
been a
them in
whirlwind.
we did pack them in pretty tight this time around, so I guess that's not a big surprise.
Yeah.
But we've got lots going on. So
We do, and it's July.
it is already July.
Holy
A couple of
smokes.
days into July to boot.
I know,
mean,
the 5th already. How did that happen?
it's craziness. What are we going to do?
I know, crazy. So should we just get sewing?
I think we probably should, because there's
a little bit
of stitching on this one too. So just like last Thursdays, it's
more stitching
flowers
and a little bit of applique.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Connie.
So I have loaded 2 designs: the centering design and the vases. This seems like a lot of flowers in a little 5x7 hoop, which I feel like it should be bigger, but it is going to be what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with our centering design. So
That's right. So we are going to be hooping a wash away sticky. So I have it here, and I cheated. I started it on the other. So hopefully I'll be able to do it this morning. I probably still won't be able to do that, but I got one piece going.
Woo-hoo!
So, I figured a little
You're
bit.
a quarter of the way.
I'm a part way there. So if I can just get that center going, then, that's the thing. And I still didn't get my nails done this weekend.
I took the nail polish off and didn't get a chance to get it on.
You washed your hands this weekend?
I washed my hands this weekend. Imagine that. I washed my nails really well.
Wow. I am debating whether I'm going to get them done or whether I'm going to just get the stuff off and do them myself again, as I was doing for quite some time. Look at that.
Woo!
Oh, I'm all sticky. Good full bobbin in there. All right. Here we go. So we are threaded with white.
Because that'll make it super easy for them to
Super easy for you guys to see what we're doing. Here's some sticky paper.
Okay.
We could catch flies with that.
Maybe.
Oh, almost knocked the camera right off the table. I'm gonna move.
Connie, she asked the last time you watched, we were doing the spray of flowers. So that was part of the Bella Box. That was the first project, and that was intended for one of those round hoops. So because that's what the project called for. So
that was this one.
Yep.
That was what we did last time.
Yep. And these flowers.
Now we're doing this one.
Match. Yes. So it'll be a nice complement to it.
Yes,
Right.
it will.
And we're going to put the linen table runner.
We are going to then apply that over here. So in your instructions, of course, you're supposed to stitch this, and then we take the linen table runner, press that in the hot dog style, and it's a super long one. It is really, really big. And then we're going to fold up the bottom 4.5 inches. So I am just putting my ruler inside my fold, and then I'm going to make sure that my fold is at 4.5. That way I don't have to press in another line. I don't have to pin anything. That's just how I like to do it. It works really well for me. You guys can pin the heck out of it if you would like to. Totally whatever works for you, but that is what works for me. And once I have that, I slide my ruler out, and then I have my fold. And then I follow the picture as to where to put. Did I do that right? Nope, I didn't. I need the other side. See what happens when I'm yakking. So we want the fold going this way. Let me check one more time. Look at that, right on the money. All right, so you do want to make sure that you're opening it the right direction so that it's on the right.
Yeah, so that your design goes the right direction.
Yep. So we are going to, of course, I can't do this sitting down. We are, of course, going to line that up, and I know you guys can't see too well. Does that help?
A little.
Right in that bottom left corner. Press that in, open it up, follow that stitch line across, press again, and open one more time. And there we have our placement. So we should have the right side of that. Do we have any wonder clips over here? We don't, do we? So we have, like I said, a superbly long.
We do have pins over there.
Some pins.
So.
I'll just roll it and pin it. That having that flopping around the whole time, we don't want to, of course, accidentally stitch the other end in or get it caught. So I'm just rolling that in so that it's not this, my God, what is this, like 8 feet long? And of course I pick up a bent pin. That'll certainly help anyways. And here we are back over at the machine. And that roll of excess should be sitting over your, let's make that just a hair bigger so that it actually falls over it.
Over it, yeah, might be better so it doesn't roll into it.
I'll work on that while we keep going.
All right, so the first color we're going to use is one of our greens. So in this particular pattern, it looks like it starts from the lightest to the darkest. So I am going to go with the Floriani color PF251. We do have those colors floating across the bottom for you. So I did put them in by colors so that you could see them.
Use the short bus pins.
All right.
Don't really need the sweater. So it looks like we're going to do all of the greenery and then put on the vinyl.
Yes. That does appear the same to me.
This was my mouse pad.
Yeah, I got a little, yeah, we're doing really good over there, right?
This is a very pretty design.
It is. I took my mouse out of my bag today only to realize that it was still on. So hopefully it continues to work.
Well, I like this color. It's pretty.
Me too.
I did get a lot stitched this weekend. Not as much as I was hoping because I spent way too much time screwing with my computer trying to get editing to work, which was not cooperating.
Yeah.
If it had cooperated, I could have been done and moved on to other things, but oh well.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, right?
Not a whole lot you can't do. I mean,
we managed to buy mattresses for the RV and a new couch for the RV this weekend.
Wow.
So it was kind of an expensive weekend, but
yeah.
it definitely needed to happen. We have like recliner seats in there, which are okay, but they're leather, and of course the cats have just, it didn't,
Already.
they were destroyed 5 minutes after the cats went in, so that wasn't a big surprise. Cat claws and leather just don't mix real well, and they like to hide behind the two recliner seats when we're moving because, you know.
That makes sense.
Right? So with the couch, they'll still be able to hide underneath it, but they'll be able to get out without having to claw up the back. So Dave found a really interesting couch online by the Sealy mattress people.
Okay.
It's like a couch in a box. So you put it together, and the cushions are, yeah, they're
They
like,
expand?
yes. So
I did
kind of like a bed in a box.
I did a bed in a box once, and I did it by myself. That was an experience. That would have been one of those things that I could have won $1 million if someone had been videoing me. Because when I opened it, it knocked me flat on my butt. Yeah, it was funny. I mean, it was very entertaining.
I bet.
I wasn't prepared for the amount of power. It was like, whoa! But yeah, that's what we got for my son, and it's been a really good bed for him. We ended up, it's king size, which is, I mean, there was nowhere to go. I mean, you put it in the middle, you hit the thing, and I couldn't move fast enough to.
Right.
But we had a foam topper on ours, which we've since gotten a much nicer bed. So we gave him that foam topper. So he's got, I mean, it's a nice setup that he's got, you know. But yeah, Caitlin got our old mattress, and he got the old mattress top. So we kind of divvied that out, and they each got a part of that. Yes, king size beds. Poor Samantha, she didn't get a king size bed. No, she's on her own. Sucks being the oldest that moved out too soon. But so there goes thread color number 1. We're going to do a little bit different shade of green now.
And this one is PF237. All right.
And here we go.
This feels like a lot of stitching on wash away sticky.
I was thinking the same thing.
We'll find out.
Yes, we will. I didn't bring any tearaway over here,
That's all right.
so I guess we'll see how it does. Because I don't have anything to save the day if we need a boost. But had 2 machines running all day on, what day was that? Sunday. So I couldn't quite get 3 going. I didn't have enough hands.
Yeah, it's hard. Even with the multi-needle, that isn't really requiring you to change the threads. It's still hard.
But because they were applique, you know, with
You
the
still have
piecing,
to
with
go
the
in.
batting, and
Yeah.
the, you know, I couldn't leave it until after I got past that.
Right.
So I mean, I was smart enough to do non-applique squares, but I still had to do the whole front part of that. So, and because I don't have the embellishment kit yet, I was limited on which squares I could pick.
Yes.
So, but I still got a lot done, but, you know, and then there's also how many, what are those called? Spools. How many spools of thread do you have of the same color? Because, you know, it's like, okay, well, if I do this one over here and that one over there, then I can use different spools. But then you needed, you know, the green and the red are used like all the time. So it's like, okay, I found 2 spools of those colors. So 2 machines, but I didn't have a third. So 2 was it. Could have got that third one going if I only had one more spool of thread. It's a little
struggle.
The struggle is real, but I got a lot done, but I was really hoping for more, but there's a lot.
Yeah, the book is super thick, so
oh my
there's
Lord,
gotta be a lot.
I was feeling a little overwhelmed as I expressed to you in that text, I was just like,
Oh my God.
oh.
Yeah. Well, you did say you were cutting and cutting and cutting, so
Yeah.
felt like you were cutting forever.
Well, and then pressing. So, I mean, all of the backgrounds. So there's, we're so used to like spring showers, and there were all of the big pieces, that these are like small squares that you're embroidering on and then putting together. It's not a whole bunch of big squares. There's a bunch of small pieces.
Yeah.
So it's like background after background after background after background, and it was just like, I'm never gonna get through. I haven't even started stitching yet, and I'm still. It was like I cut all of the fabrics, of course, and then I cut all of the battings, and then I cut all of the fusibles, and then I went through and fused all of the backgrounds.
I know.
Then I
crazy.
sorted because I wanted to make sure I didn't grab the wrong thing at the wrong time, because that's of course bad.
Yes.
And so I have a filler block pile that I put in a bag so I don't
Grab
get
from
those
that one.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Well,
I
sorry.
missed it. It's okay.
And so I have a bag of filler blocks, and then I have a stack of the decorative applique pieces, and then I had all my backgrounds that I fused to, and it was just like, I got to get my stuff together here, because it would be really easy. Some of them are only like a ½ inch different. So it was, there's a lot to look at.
Yeah, I bet.
And,
It's
there's
one of those ones where it'll be super helpful to stay nice and organized.
very organized, and start that way. Don't decide halfway through, oh, maybe I should do this. So, I went through all of the backgrounds, and I cut the battings for all of those. I didn't do the filler blocks yet, but I got all the batting cut for all of my background squares. So I just have a stack, and I can at least not have to go, okay, trim, cut, So that helped.
Yeah,
Not having to stop and trim, just be able to grab. But of course, that means you're wasting a little bit more because you overcut so that you don't.
Yeah.
But it was a time saver for sure.
I bet.
But holy crow. I felt like I was spread out to Kingdom Come, but I got a lot done.
Yeah, you
I
did.
just don't feel like I made a dent, but I did.
But you did.
I really did. So. Got a loopy. That one will come off. Just threw a little bit of thread up there, didn't it?
It did. A little hiccup.
Nope. Thought I was gonna sneeze. It was right there, and then it went away. Weird. I don't usually do that.
Surprise.
Yeah. It
Tuesday.
still kind of feels like it's there, but it's definitely not coming out. Poor Caitlin.
We got matching cups
We
today.
do.
Except for the Yeti part is a little different.
Yeah. My straw's colored and yours is not.
Yes.
And you have coffee. I do not. It'll be very obvious.
True.
Yep. I have a color changing straw too.
Do you?
Yeah, mine will turn blue. Ready?
Cute.
Yep. I love those straws. It's
The little things.
it's the little things.
This whole adulting thing is no fun. We have
No,
to make it
it's not.
fun.
I'm warm.
Well, you have a lot on. That's the whole reason to wear those, right?
Well, this top is really, or the top part of this dress is nice, but it's not wide. So you don't want to flash everybody. Just trying to be kind.
I'm trying to be PG. So I'm thinking, do you think
I
this
think
color?
that'll be good.
Yeah, for
Yep.
the,
I think so. Oh, we need to get that out of here.
probably.
'Cause it's,
I think there's a third one in there.
no.
No,
One
it's
for
just
this
one
end and
piece.
one for the other
That's
end.
right, yeah. One piece overall.
So let's
Is
mention
there
that.
anything else on there? Like, is there, did
There
I
is
peel?
not. There isn't.
No?
They
Okay.
don't do that, unfortunately. They should.
It was so long ago, so I couldn't remember. It's all right. You know, the jar will be dirty anyways.
If it's a real jar, it would have dust in it, right?
There needs to be Mylar underneath it to make it glimmery.
So before we do that,
we're gonna clip those.
We're gonna clip our threads because we have a couple wispies. And once you put that vinyl on there, you're not gonna be able to get to them. So if you have any stray tail ends of thread, make sure that you clip them before you place the vinyl, because of course, once you cover it, you can't get to it. So make sure you have those. In your bundle of stuff, you have 2 pieces of vinyl. So you have the contents to do both ends of your table runner. Make sure you don't put both pieces on one end. Don't do that. All right, so make sure that you separate that because it can be sticky. And we're only going to put one end, one on this end, so you have one left to do the other end. First is going to be, of course, the placement line for where to place this beautiful piece. And it's just a little bit green, so you can see that a little there. So we've got that nice, I'm guessing that's 442.
Yes.
Just call me Carolyn.
The thread whisperer.
Yeah. Been working with this stuff a little bit. You should see what I wrote down while I was stitching.
Yeah.
I wrote down which pattern I chose.
Oh,
I wrote down what threads I put where.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could do a little list that we could put out.
That would be nice.
For making things a little easier. And I figured if I started that way, it would be easier because there's no way I would be able, well, there is, but it would be a lot harder to go back and try to figure it out than.
And so far, the designs, our background quilting designs are working out well.
Everything is great. Like I sent you that message that I went to do the actual Cup of Cheer blocks, which is set in 2, not in 1. All right, so I can see the placement lines. Make sure that you check over there. It's really easy to think you're covering that back spot up easily and not. So make sure that you are completely covering that, and then go ahead and tack that vinyl down. So outside of that, everything's stitching great.
That's great.
Yep.
It looks awful on camera. It's really pretty. The color of the vinyl overlay is very pretty. It looks it doesn't look as nice on camera, but it is.
No, but it is really nice. It looks like that. What year would that have been?
Maybe 70s. Yeah.
That tinted green glass that was like everywhere. It's a beautiful color though. This is one I really, really like. There's, there's many greens in that pack that they have. This is my favorite. I absolutely love this color.
Nothing. Two out of 3.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Last one. And then I get to trim this lovely stuff.
Oh, look at a giant African land snail forces Florida town to quarantine.
Oh.
That was an interesting news tip.
my poor child has gotten no love from her mother when she came home.
Oh, yeah, you did say.
I'm like, I love you from way over here.
She feeling okay?
She's tired.
Yeah.
She didn't cough at all yesterday, but she's She sounded like that clown from the movies when she blows her nose like that horn. She's so funny. But she's stuffy, but
Yeah.
she definitely, I think, felt better yesterday than she did
Before. That's good.
but definitely not great. But poor thing, she's all stuffy.
All right, and now Lisa is going to trim.
I am gonna trim. So I'm gonna just take that slow and one at a time. Of course, this is a raw edge applique, so what you see is what you get. Take your time. You're not going to want to go back and fuss. So make whatever you trim the first time your trim, because when you try to make adjustments later, they tend to look worse. At least that is my experience. How about you?
I agree. Get it right the first time or suck it up.
Suck it up. Pretty much. Just deal with whatever you did.
Yeah.
So take your time and do what you want.
It definitely doesn't look better the more you trim.
So I like to try to give it a little bend so that it's close. I don't like to have too much of an edge, personally. Of course, there's not a lot of bending able to do when you're in between. You got pieces like this that are in between each other, so unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do in there. But if possible, I like to give it a little bit of a bend so that I have an edge. There we go. One down.
Yay!
Ooh, trying to knock your pieces off.
Making progress.
There's two.
So we'll start doing the flower pieces next. So I'm going to start with a little pink color.
So there is some applique work, right?
Yep, we got a couple applique pieces in there for the bigger flowers. Part of that purple flower in the first vase. I think there's part of the cone flower in the second, and then like the sunflower in the third. So one applique flower in
Dun,
each.
da, da, da.
Yay!
There we go. Let's put that back in here. That's kind of heavy. All right. It just doesn't want. I'm afraid it was pulling on it, but I guess it's okay.
No kidding. You do, yeah. You see me?
I do. Right through those holes, I do. That's a pretty color of pink. If you gotta use pink, that one's pretty.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like our secret stash over here.
Hey. I gotta stash my own.
I see that. Your advent calendar is coming out cute.
Yeah.
Cute, cute.
It's a neat stitch out, the way that they have you do those different pieces.
Is that class tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, tomorrow and Friday.
Tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
Hence why I spent all day yesterday trying to get that video to do what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And it fought me tooth and nail. Matter of fact, it's still fighting me tooth and nail.
All right. So
So-
now we have
Looks like a little bit of an orange flower sticking out the top of that.
yep.
What do you got?
I just forgot to grab orange. Yep.
There
It'll
you
be
be.
a little brighter, but it'll be okay. I like it. I think I was gonna do peachy, but I think I like the orange better.
So, you want to peek at that number since it's probably not in your...
Did I leave it in blue?
Did you put numbers down?
I did. Purple, yellow.
3001 is what we're stitching with here. Green, blue.
Nope.
Nope. So that one is not listed.
That is Exquisite ES
3001.
3001.
So what do we got?
Now we have yellow.
Yes, we do.
All right. So this one is on there, ES 613. And obviously these are your flowers, so you can do
Whatever you'd like.
yeah, exactly, whatever you wish.
Next one's going to be the placement for that guy.
Okay.
I'm guessing these are the other sides.
That would make sense, right?
Let's put those back in your bag so I don't lose them, because the way I'm going. Just gonna knock them off on the floor, and then Karen will vacuum them up or something. Kindly put them in the trash. Isn't that what she said? I kindly put them in the trash. Okay. Just gonna, oh, that's yours. I'm tucking it in my book like it's mine, but it's not. I have a long dining room table, but this is really long.
It is.
How long is this? Does it say?
Maybe.
Nope.
So now we have the applique placement line.
This one?
Yep.
This is going to be that orchid color purple. I think 1323. And here's the placement line for our purple fabric.
Mm-hmm.
That's helpful.
Right. Get a little piece of tape on there or something.
So he's just a little guy. We're gonna completely cover that up after I get rid of that little bit. There we go. Tack that one down. Can see the bobbin on that.
The nerve.
The nerve. So this one is going to be a raw edge applique. There's nothing to cover that up with. So again, make sure when you trim, you are getting the look that you want. I am going to use my little scissors. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with the big ones. It's not a little tiny. I was thinking it was going to be a little, you know how they like their little tiny
I do.
scallops on some of these.
And I'm going to leave the same color in for the first part of the stitch. There is a couple of different shades of purple in this one, but I'm going to start with that same color.
Dun, 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 dun. Nice little tight cut in there. Oops, left some hair. Oops. You didn't want to stitch that in there, did you?
No,
Probably not.
probably not.
All right. So we're trimmed. Now we're going to stitch.
Mhm.
Good choice, I think. Just a hair darker.
Mm-hmm.
It'll look pretty. Do, 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 do.
This is a long stitch out.
Uh-huh. Lots of colors. This one?
Yep. And now we're going to use the lighter Floriani, which is PF653. All right. right, and now we have like a really dark color in the center, so I'm going to do Exquisite 348. Okay.
Yeah, there's no real happy medium here, is there?
No.
If I weren't videoing, I'd have it sit right there.
We could have probably basted that around too. That would have helped prevent that from pulling up at the top, coming unstuck.
Yeah. But then it would have had holes in it.
True, but it's linen, so it's already got holes in it.
All right, well, that looks pretty.
Yeah.
So now we got pink,
Yep.
little baby pink.
So I think this is kind of peachy pink. So I'm going to do ES 503.
Weird color.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Right?
What did you plan on doing for that?
For the 3, I was going to do this color as the darker one. And then I thought maybe we'd go back to yellow for the center. And if we needed to do the outer one in another color, this pink. So,
That's it.
yeah.
That's
It
weird.
could be that bronze, like I thought
That
for a
bronze
minute
color?
it could
I
be
have
that
it over
bronze
here.
color. We could do that. That
I
would
have
probably
it
be
in
pretty.
here.
You want to do that one?
If you want.
Sure. That would probably also be a good center for this, the sunflower. Yeah, that would be pretty in there.
That's a nice color.
It stitches out a lot prettier than it looks on the
Then
spool.
it does. It
looks
looks-
blah.
It does look a little blah on the spool, but it stitches very nice.
Yeah, I think those will look nice together.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on over there. Feels like we should.
I know. What's...
All right, now the center part.
Hayden's gonna make a decision and refund $12. Oh, that was funny.
It was.
And absolutely stinking adorable.
Yes. Man, I'm looking at my calendar and I'm like, holy crap!
Hi there.
It's crazy how quickly the time is flying. You know, I was scheduling that vet appointment and then like I flipped the page and it's August and then I'm like I flipped the page again and it's September. I'm like, oh my god, it's almost time for vacation. No problems. We are live.
We are.
Yes. That we weren't trying to ignore you. We were just.
Yep.
Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you.
Did Hayden tell you he had emergency surgery?
Oh, I did not
Oh.
hear that.
Yeah.
He might have. No, I don't think I knew that. I'm
You got
sorry.
other people know that's all right.
I'm glad you're better.
I am.
Good.
Good.
Phew.
Good.
Anyway,
Nice to see you.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. This one?
Yes, I think so. We didn't have this one on our list, but we've used it a couple
We've
times.
used it now in this box, Bella box before.
Like
so
every
we're
time.
we've learned to love this color. It's again not on the list, 1520, exquisite. So it calls for a little bit of a brown center. It stitches out really nice. It has just a little bit of a metallic-y color to it.
Yeah, it kind of blends like with whatever you put it
Just
with.
gorgeous.
It seems like it's a really good neutral.
We're learning to love that color.
We are. It's all about acceptance.
It is. Yep.
So we went to our little parade in town, and it was definitely different this year than it had been in the past years. And then they have a DJ playing, and so in the morning, like after the parade, the DJ is like, I would say, doing like 60s, 70s, and 80s music, right? And then when we left for a couple of hours and we came back, and they were playing like the cha-cha slide, so a slightly different crowd of people.
Just a little bit.
As we're walking up, Dave's like, well, is that the same DJ?
You doing yellow?
I think so. What do you think? Yellow on top of that? Or go back to peach?
That's tough. I think either would look really nice.
I'm going to go back to the lighter peach just because
You can.
I can't make up my mind. But I do like those, surprisingly, I do like those colors together.
It looks really sharp.
I wasn't sure. Sometimes when we plan this on the fly, we're like, well, we could have done better.
That's part of thread choices is sometimes you pick one and you go, oh.
Sometimes you like
You
it.
go, maybe that wasn't such a
good
grand
idea.
plan, but
Next time.
I have definitely been known to stitch right on top of something because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that works and sometimes it does not.
Right.
I'm not really sure that made a difference what color we did.
I was like, I don't even.
There's a very mild little outline there.
Yeah, let's go with that.
whatever color you choose doesn't really matter there.
Right. Okay. And then this is like little green. I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to put ES442, which is the color that we used for
Yeah, it's like the base of these little flowers
Yeah.
is what it is.
Thank
so
you.
I think
that's the word I was looking for. Of course, the bronzy one would look cute too. Do you think we would be better off with that one?
no, I like that one.
You like the green
Go with
better?
that.
Okay.
Jean here.
Sounds like it. Sounds
I
like you
think
just
that
got
was-
here.
I think that was Jean. Yep. All right. Get that loop out of there. Come here, loop.
Like it's not coming.
There we go. Okay. It's a big loop. Okay.
Yeah, it's really starting to bubble a little bit.
I gotta be honest, I don't think a basting stitch would have made any difference. But you never know.
And that wasn't a lot of stitching either.
No, but definitely there. More so than the other.
I feel like we're in bizarro world over here. Because everything seems so strange today. Me too.
No, it's
Nothing.
not. I don't know why I bothered. I was like, okay then.
Mm-hmm. I did exactly the same thing.
It's time to move.
Did it say try harder?
Try standing up.
Oh, try standing up. I'm like, way to encourage you. Try harder.
Try doing something. Stop sitting on your doofus. This is pretty much what it said. I'm allowed to say, nope, not now. Interesting. Okay, and then we got one more flower. Wow, this is a long stitch.
That's what I said. Holy crap.
We're only on vase number one. Whew. This is insane.
Yes, it is.
All right, so we got some blues.
Mm-hmm. You feeling blue?
No, not overly. Says you need like 3 different blues. How many you got?
2 if you count the one that's in, which is kind of bluish, or 3 if you count that one.
Okay. Okay,
Could throw in some white.
that's good. Okay.
Dark or light in the center.
Well, it's showing dark, and then light, and then medium, and then dark.
I think I'm gonna go white and then dark, dark.
She's being a rebel, guys.
I am.
I'm sure it will shock you. She's not following directions.
What? Me?
And guess what? I am way too hot to leave the sweater on. So
So you're gonna flash everyone?
I'm gonna flash. 'Cause I'm dying. Can't do it anymore. So hopefully I'm not flashing too bad. Oh, that feels so much better. And on to blue. I really like that one.
Me too.
Much peachier than than pink.
Yes.
And I like peach. I just don't like pink.
Yeah, we didn't pick anything too pinky for this.
Nope. We sure didn't. Oh, where'd that come from? Goodness. Maybe it was because I was up till 3. What do you think? Maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, a lot of thread. So we're expecting a shipment today.
Yeah, it says it's out on the truck for delivery. I gotta burn those USB sticks. Or
You got to
save
burn them,
USB. What else do you say?
light them up.
Light them up.
They do, the lights go on. We could light them up,
You could light them up. Yeah. It feels weird to say I've got to like
write them.
write them. It doesn't sound right to me. Burn them is
It sounds more appropriate,
right.
but it doesn't.
We're putting the
quite-
files on it. No, we're saving files to the USB sticks.
Yes.
But I wish
Did you
burn
get
them.
the files that I sent?
I did. I have
Okay.
to. I could not download them at home this weekend, but I was able to
I was
download.
trying to
Yeah,
get ahead of the game at
Yes.
least.
But I was able to do that this morning, so I just
I didn't test stitch the cups, but I did do a draw, and it looked fine.
Fine.
So, what are we doing? Chicken legs.
frogs. They're deciding what the July special is going to be.
So, how many unicorns did you sell?
Did I sell?
Yep.
One.
How many did you sell?
That I did well.
How many did you sell?
1.
Me too.
Hey, that's 3 weeks
That's
old.
3. That's 3.
Yeah.
That's what are we doing next? I'm sorry.
I don't know. An outline. The cornflower outline.
Cornflower.
Or sunflower or whatever. I don't know my flowers from a hole in the ground. What color is it?
Oh, so, we are doing.
Is it peachy color?
This one. This one.
That one? Okay. So let's do this one? No, this one.
Yeah,
That one. Okay. Back to peach.
Peachy peach. We're on to vase number 2, an hour in.
Oh my goodness.
Holy crow.
We didn't even like fart around this morning.
No, we got right into it. And we're nowhere near done. And I put 15, 20 back over here just so you know, because I want to make sure that it
Yeah.
stays where it's at.
I think I'm going to use it again.
I know, that's why
Okay.
I'm telling you this.
Um,
Yep, I gave it to you.
you did.
And the second email that I attached those other ones to, the star that I used to make sure I had everything placed right, I left in there on the first one I emailed you. So
Yeah,
that's why
I was like, there are 3 designs in this one, but the first 2 were the same. So
well,
yeah.
sort of,
Oh,
because the first one, the star echo, had a star in the middle of it from the original design that I
Oh,
used.
so
I
that's
didn't delete it.
okay. So that's not the right one. All right, so I should just delete what I
Did you
downloaded.
already do that?
Well, I
You had downloaded them originally?
I didn't know that the second email was going to have the same 2 designs, and they're worded the same. So I didn't realize that they were different.
They were different.
All right, so this one is now going to go to the center for the yellow flower, which I think we should do that bronze color again. Thank you.
And this is really tight
I bet.
on those little fingers coming down. I don't even know if my microtips are going to get in there.
You slide up just a scotch. There you go.
Maybe. Trying to get that little bit of fabric out of there, but it didn't want to go.
Maybe it's not doing the center of the flower. It's so tiny. Is it doing the yellow flower next?
I don't know.
Let's see. That one.
Tack down. It is going to do the yellow flower.
Okay.
Yep, yellow flower.
Change of plans. Back to yellow.
All right, I think that's as tight as I can get that. All right, such a little guy. So sorry, pardon. Tried to unthread you.
You did. You were
I did not succeed.
Yeah, I definitely think that if I were doing this again, I would probably use sticky tearaway, and then I probably would put tearaway, a heavyweight tearaway. I don't know that I would float the heavyweight tearaway underneath the wash away.
I don't know that it would do a whole lot. But I mean, there's too many. I mean, it would still do something, but it would be a weird combination to remove.
Yeah. But there's definitely not enough stabilizer underneath this.
No, there's a little.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to press that out.
No.
Okay,
All right.
now
so
we're.
now we have the top flower,
Yep, and
which it's saying a greenish aqua, maybe that 442.
Yeah.
If you want. or darker if you would like.
I think
It's
this
showing
is
greenish
Fine.
something.
It's trash time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and there goes the dumpster clunking in the back.
At least it's not the guy yelling obscenities in the back.
Oh, that guy's a little scary.
He is a little scary.
Did we ever hear anything of that? No? Yeah, he needs to be picked up on some other day hold. I don't know how many days that is. I'm not experienced in that, but what is it, 60, 30? Thrown in the net.
I think it's just 72 hours.
Damn. He needs to be picked up on however many it is.
Yeah, it's sad. There's definitely a mental issue there.
It is, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure if he got a hold of one of us,
All
we would
right.
not be okay,
No.
which is sad. So now we're doing the little pink guy next to that one. Loopy.
Bloopy, bloopy. Is that a song?
I was just gonna say that. Loopy, come on. Did your DJ play that one?
I don't know.
That's in that era.
Probably.
Is that
We
a
didn't.
Beatles?
Maybe we didn't stay that long.
I don't know. I'm not good with who sings what.
Yeah.
I can sing lyrics and randomly but I couldn't tell you who sang
Yeah.
I'm not good with that. Never have been. I've never been like a band junkie.
No?
No. It's never been my thing.
I didn't hear any boy bands playing, so it wasn't my crowd. No.
That's not so now we have like a green base to that flower. So
I think it's going to be bronze.
okay.
I'm liking this color. It's going to be the center of all of those. Because I can. Of course. There's a purple. I think it's going to be this purple.
But we're moving right along.
We are. Finally.
We're making headway.
I know. I'm so sorry for anybody still watching. This must be super boring.
I know, we're super
At
exciting.
least on the replay, you can like make it go faster. We might sound like the chipmunks or the chipettes. Yeah. We're just gonna talk super fast.
Yeah. All right. And then back to that one I just passed you after the stitch. And then on to base 3. And so that one and then that one.
Okay.
It's not loopy, it's loopy. Maybe. We're in the wrong era.
We are.
Something like that.
I like Loopy.
We're gonna just go with it, right?
That could be like our embroidery theme song.
Instead of the Dixie Chicks. We're the Loopy Chicks. Have you come up with a better name for our new club?
Maybe it has to be loopy.
Thread Loops or us?
Right? Get your loops here.
Oh God, help us.
Oh, we haven't even had anything to drink.
Could you
Maybe
imagine?
that's what
Could
we
you
need.
imagine us drunk? Since we don't, could you? How bad it would actually get?
Maybe that's when we'll come up with our most brilliant ideas. We watched some really bad movies this weekend. One of them was about a set of parents and a daughter. So the daughter goes away to college, and in the meantime, like mom and dad are totally falling apart. Like everything is being repossessed. So it's a movie about how they started. They were like drinking, and when they were drunk, they put the neighbor's house up on Craigslist, and
What?
they were like house sitting for the neighbor, and so they needed to make money because they were broke, and so they put the neighbor's house up on Craigslist. And as it turns out, the guy that came to look at the house, because it was like just profanity, it was like, this house has effing furniture, and it was like super great effing furniture, right? And so this guy comes and so he takes his money, like $25,000, like a deposit for 6 months in advance. He takes his money for it, and then he shows up.
So that was a placement line. We're now going to do the last applique.
Shows up on the next day, and as it turns out, he's like a pedophile. So he has to notify all of the neighbors, right, that he's on the sex offenders list. And so then
we had a little thread mishap here.
do. So it was just a comedy of errors that happened like after this. And as it turned out, like what happened that he ended up on that like list is he was like swimming in the ocean, and there was a shark. And so when he ran out of the water, the shark, I have no idea how his drawers dropped, but his drawers dropped and there were kids there. So this is how he ended up on the list. But in the meantime, the parents are mistaken for the people on the sex offenders list, and so they get like kidnapped and almost killed, and then that ends up on the internet. And all of this is because they got drunk and they put a Craigslist ad on
for their neighbor's house.
For their neighbor's house, because they were trying to make more money.
Get out of there.
It was a terrible movie, but it was funny.
It sounds awful. I watched the Terminal List on Amazon while I was stitching.
That was Chris Pratt, right? Yeah, we saw that a while ago. It wasn't terrible. There's something about like the Netflix and Amazon movies that are not quite as good as movies that go out to the theater.
All right, now I need to trim, and it's got those little points again, so I'm going to use these little guys.
Give me 1 second to pull it up, Vicky.
We are finally on that last flower.
You mean the vase?
Yes. The last applique flower.
Ah.
Smooth sailing from here. My watch says we have severe thunderstorms coming.
It stormed last night, didn't it?
It did.
Okay.
Yep. And apparently we lost power for a smidge, so the coffee pot didn't make coffee this morning.
Oh no.
So like I hear Dave like downstairs, and I'm like, he's
grumbling?
Usually up. Well, he had like his face razor, so I heard it downstairs, and I'm like, why is he in the kitchen like shaving? That is a really weird place. He doesn't usually do that. And he must have realized something was flashing upstairs, and he came downstairs to check the coffee maker. Because I'm like, what are you doing?
All right.
You as well, Vicky.
I think I'm as tight as I'm gonna get around those little tiny
They
flowers.
should be arriving today. All right, so it's kind of like yellow on my screen and then something else inside, but do you think we should just leave the pink inside? Or should we do like the slightly dark? Maybe I'm gonna do the darker pink and then I'll do the bronze.
So it's showing darker pink
Yeah.
here with the bronze
Yeah,
interior. That's what I would do.
that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I would do.
Can I make it?
Thread is just so long. All right, darker pink. We're getting there. There is a light at the end of that list.
There is, right? There's only a couple colors left.
And then we're to do purple for the little buds.
Okay,
That guy?
yeah.
And then there's another flower here, which they're showing it green. You can do whatever you would like. That one?
Yep. And then we have another flower, right? On the other side, is that yellow or orange or peach?
It's doing that peachy color,
All
and then
right.
that's it. All right, so now we have the center of this one, which we're gonna go back to that 1520, which is our new favorite color and not in your thread list. So sorry.
All right. Here's the center. We are.
And not only is that a nice flower in general, it goes beautifully with this linen.
Mm-hmm.
It just really sets nicely.
All right, back to purple, 1323.
Okie dokie.
Little dots, lots of dots.
Little dots. Little bud. Bud Light? No. I think that was the one beer that I drank. It was terrible. I don't think I've had a beer since.
Ready? Yeah, no. I like Loopy's better.
But loopies are bad when you have thread.
Unless you're making fringe. So not always bad.
True, but how often do you make fringe? There's a jump thread there.
The nerve.
And a tail there. Tail ends.
Threads.
With a Z. Just threads, club.
SnL is threads.
Honestly, that's so sad, but that's the best we've had yet.
Oh.
I'm not sure that that's a good thing. Whatever it is, we need to make a decision though, because
Yep.
I don't know where that's going, but we don't want that to stitch in.
Wow, this one is slow. Come on.
It's all of the sweepers.
I know. Come on. You can do it.
Swept away. One, two. Come on.
You can do it. Come on.
One more.
One, two more. Well, this one.
This one and one more, I think. There's going to be a flower there, and there's going to be a flower there. That's it. Do, 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 do. All right.
Okay, back to that 442. Greenish.
Okie dokie. And then a pink flower, and then we're done.
Yeah.
And then we can do it all over again on the other end,
Yes, but not live.
but not live. No. And probably not today. So, though this is a little time consuming, it's absolutely adorable. And the linen, I like their linen. I think that they've got a beautiful, I've gotten to use it in their event things before, so
That is pretty.
and it stitches out nicely. This would have been helpful to have some fusible on the back, but of course, then
that.
it would be seen.
Right. And I did starch it.
I know you starched it. So I don't know if you guys can tell, there are some small little puckers around. It's not hideous, but they're there. And unfortunately, they're not going to press out
No, you can't really give this a good press because you'll melt your
because
vinyl.
of the vinyl. So using a sticky tearaway and then having another tearaway there would probably diffuse the bulk of that and help it lie a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't think you could lay enough water soluble underneath there to prevent that from happening.
No.
It just wouldn't be stiff enough to hold the layers.
I don't think so either. So I think tearaway is probably the better route, and then, you know, as time goes on, it would of course disappear.
Last color change.
Sorry.
That's all right.
This one?
Yep. Lisa's sleeping on the job.
I am. I was trying to get it to lay down because that's where we were going to stitch over there. I was trying to get it to stick back down again.
All right.
All right, last one. Here we go. They're nice and short.
Don't mind me.
She's probably gonna try and take pictures of it.
Uh-huh. This is really cute.
It is very cute.
I just don't have an hour and a half, no, 3 hours.
Almost.
Do, do, do. 500 stitches.
400.
Almost there. So this is, of course, one end. So you'll need to basically rinse and repeat. You could, of course, have the flowers be a little bit different color on the other end if you want for a little bit of variance. Or if you absolutely love it, make sure that you pay attention to what you did so that you can repeat it on the other side. So again, you do have the materials, the fabric squares and the vinyl to do the other end. So have fun and
Yeah,
happy stitching.
happy stitching
So
for sure.
that is the last project that we had to stitch for this
Bella box.
Bella box, and we hope that you enjoyed the stitch outs, and that's what we have for you.
Yeah.
So
Woohoo!
thanks for watching with us. We'll see you the next time, whenever that
Yeah.
happens to be.
Maybe this afternoon.
Maybe this afternoon. You guys have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.